This weekend, it's the Spirit of Rockport. It's the 5th year for the Spirit of Rockport. What is it? Let's find out in this edition of 18 WJTS in.form. Hello, I'm your host, Bill Potter. Joining me in the studio is Gia Moneer, who is really the producer-director for the Spirit of Rockport, and we'll find out about that in a minute. We also have with us Rick Hays, who is a psychic medium, and he'll be telling us about the work he's going to do at the Spirit of Rockport. Gia, let's start with you. The Spirit of Rockport is an event. What sort of event is it?
It's a historical event geared towards teaching people about the supernatural history of the area. We have walking tours that people will pay a fee. It's $9 for one tour, $15 for both. It really would behoove people to do both tours, because then you get all of the history, all of the interesting stories that you'll hear from either the actors that are stationed at the certain areas and houses, or from the tour guides themselves.
And we want to point out that this is a fundraiser for an organization that is a 501c3, so you can make a tax-deductible donation to them. That is called TLC Pals for Paws. And do you know much about that organization? Can you tell us? I know it's a no-kill animal shelter.
It is a no-kill animal rescue.
Okay.
And
rescue as opposed to shelter.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
She's very hands-on with the animals. She takes in a lot of animals who were neglected and or are too old for owners, and they've since moved on, gotten maybe a younger animal, or they can no longer care for the animal the way it needs to be, and she'll take them in and she'll take care of them. She's a wonderful, wonderful woman, and none of this would be possible without her. And we really want to bring in people so that, one, they learn about the charity, two, they learn about the history, they have some fun, and they help support her.
Okay, and we're talking about Dottie Childers.
Yes.
Right, who runs TLC Pals for Paws. And you can check out their website, which is TLC, PALS, the number 4, PAASS.com. So check out that website to find out more about the organization. So this is a fundraiser for them. What are some of the stories during the tour of the Spirit of Rockport that I will hear? Some. Don't give them all away, but what might I find interesting?
You might find interesting that we have a story about a hanging tree, a couple stories about the stores down on the strip in Rockport. We also have stories about portals and our modern, well, not really modern day, but kind of a Bonnie and Clyde story, and then maybe a guest appearance for some people.
Oh, pretty cool. Now, I know one of the places is the courthouse. One of the places is the Rockport Inn. There are others. Now, you mentioned there's 2 tours. What's the difference between the 2 tours?
One is a little bit longer. It will be closer to 45 minutes, and the other will be closer to half an hour. So you can either go on the short tour or the long tour. You can take both. We will have tours leaving out at the beginning of the hour and at the half-hour mark. So every 30 minutes there will be tours rolling out.
So folks that want to go to Rockport, Indiana, and where should they go? Because you're in a different location than you were.
Right. Before we were close to the courthouse. Now we are going to be up at the Trinity Church, which is just up the road and around the corner from the courthouse. Okay,
so that's where you go and you start. So you park there. You'll be assigned a tour guide. So I guess if like one person or a couple wanted to go, they're going to be put with a group of maybe 6 or so. Or if a group of 6 shows up, they could keep their group all together, which might be a fun excursion for them.
I think so too, yes. So we'll gather anywhere from 10 to 15 people. We'll go on a tour usually. Like I said, we'll start at the start of the hour and at the half-hour mark. So if there's only a few people, then those people will go, and the rest will have to we'll have to wait till the next tour.
Okay, and it's both Friday the 29th and Saturday the 30th in Rockport, Indiana. What time? Central Time.
It'll be 5:30 to 9:30.
Okay.
If you come at 5:30, then we'll have tour go out at 5:30.
Okay. And then, where does Rick Hays come in?
Well, this is actually my...
You're not a ghost, right?
No,
okay,
not today.
Okay, okay.
But this is my second year to be a part of this, and last year was my first year. First of all, it's incredible what Dottie's doing for the animals, and so when I had the opportunity last year to be a part, I said absolutely. You know, I travel all over the country, and I said, but this is home to me, and if we can help in some way, I want to be there. So I was excited to be able to be returning this year and looking forward to it. And as I shared earlier before we went on air, that last year was just nonstop. It was, I will be what is defined as a psychic medium. A medium is someone who can see your loved ones, what I call, in the next part of their life. Life is continual, so they're in the next part. We leave the physical body, we transit into the body of spirit. So I see those in the next part of life that are around you. I share the messages they wish to share with you. And then psychic is someone who can kind of see ahead, can kind of see what's ahead for you and give you directions. I'm the first to share with everyone, Bill, I'm not 100% accurate. There's not one out there that's 100% accurate for one reason, because you have the gift of choice. You can choose how you direct your life, live your life, adjust your life. But if I give you some direction ahead, I've had some experiences where individuals have came back almost daily, where people come back and say, you told me this was going to happen. Yeah. And it's like, well, you chose to go down that path, so that's fine. One of the key things I do share, and I shared this a lot last year, was with everyone that showed up, and we was there really late because it was like a line just waiting.
Sure.
And that was a lot of fun for me. But one of the things I share is that you have the gift of choice. So what we share with you is you still have the gift of choice to live your life the way you want to live, adjust your life, direct your life, to believe how you want to believe. So what I give to you is there at the event this weekend. Unfortunately, I'll only be able to be there on Saturday.
Okay.
Because of my travel schedule, but I'll be there Saturday from 5:30 to 9:30, but last year it was like 11:30. But I'll be there, and I will be sharing messages. I always express to everyone, I believe you should live your life. Each morning you wake up, you are to be in a positive energy and a positive attitude. If you wake up with a positive thought and positive attitude, that's what you're going to receive. So even the messages I share, I transcend them into a positive direction for you. So I'm not one of those that says you're going to have a flat tire tomorrow and things like that. Okay. I may say you may want to check your tires tomorrow, but
okay, sure.
But that's basically what I do, and it's so fun for me. I mean, we had, like I shared last year, we just one after another, and just met so many new friends, and that's what's great about my path in my life, is all the friendship that I get to grow and be a part of in life. And this event right here, Dottie's doing something very special in her life, and it's her purpose in life. And if we can help in any way to help our animals that are on this earth, then let's do all we can.
If somebody meets with you, is it them alone with you? What if their buddies are with them? That could be.
I usually have one-to-one
okay.
at this event, but I've had those that'll share, can my friend sit with me, because they're a little nervous,
Sure. Sure.
So, and that's perfectly fine. I mean, I do share the messages on an individual basis, but I will, but if you will say, well, I want my mom to be with me, or I want my wife to be with me, then that's perfectly fine. We usually have a couple chairs there for people to sit in. So,
if they would come and say, for instance, they wouldn't do the tour, could they still do the psychic reading? Okay. And because they do the tour, they don't have to do the psychic reading. They're really kind of two separate things, but
yeah, and absolutely. And again, the thing is this is all a part to help Dottie and her organization. So, even if you just come to me and don't do the tour, then a part of the proceeds is still going to go back to what we're there for.
Excellent.
So,
although if you're going to come out, you might as well do the
tour.
Sure,
absolutely.
Right. You might as well do both. That's right.
You're going to be really missing out on some of that wonderful history and the fun that can be had with that.
I was disappointed because I didn't get a chance to go on the tour last year.
We'll make sure you get to go this
yeah.
Right.
But yeah, it's our 5th year, so it's a real milestone year for us.
And people should understand it's a walking tour, so dress accordingly. It depends on what the weather's going to be, as to whether it's going to be chilly or whether it's going to be warm. Wear comfortable shoes, but you're not really walking miles and miles and miles. You're maybe a mile at the most, half a mile,
Right.
really.
Right.
Okay.
And Rockport isn't a huge
Right.
town, so.
So in a way, I guess it's kind of just circles around the courthouse and comes back to Trinity Church.
One of them, and then the other
Okay.
goes the other.
Direction?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
And there's not advance tickets that are sold? This is show up with your group and you're going to get a tour, but the most you'd have to wait is a half an hour if you show up right
Right.
after a tour just started.
Exactly.
And again, we want to point out that this is going to a no-kill animal rescue that is run by Dottie Childers, and it's called tlcpalsforpaws.com. Go to their website, tlcpals, the number 4, P, and then 2 A's, AAWS.com for details or more information. But most of all, this Friday and Saturday, show up in Rockport. If you can find the courthouse, you can find the Trinity Church. Is that correct?
It's just up around the corner.
Anything else you two would like to add? Just be there.
Be there, enjoy the weather. I'm going to predict we're going to have great weather.
There you go. All right. Yes. Every weekend, you don't know what it's going to be, but I think it's going to be nice. Probably a little chilly at night in the early evening, so beware.
And another note I found is that individuals who are there together but meet other individuals along the tour, because I heard them talking about it, is that they got to reminisce with others about being in Rockport, maybe as they're growing up, and maybe some of the stories they heard growing up, and they get to share with each other, which was interesting to me just to listen to them about it.
Well, I'd imagine too, you've got people who are ghost hunters who will find this very interesting. People who are historical fanatics that would like to know some of the history because the story's there. And somebody just, we're getting closer to Halloween. This kind of makes this for a fun way to intro into October.
That's kind of
Right.
that was one of the reasons for putting it right now. Right now, because then you can bring in the Halloween season in style.
We're bringing in the right way.
That's right.
Well, thanks to both of you for coming in.
Thank
Remember,
you.
it's this Friday and Saturday in Rockport. Starts at the Trinity Church. It's the Spirit of Rockport, tours of the hauntings of Rockport.
Sure.
Is that kind of a great way? Or you can meet with the psychic who will give you a reading. And he's a psychic medium. Well, thanks to our guest, Rick Hays, psychic medium, and Gia Moneer, who is the director, producer of the event, and she may even be a tour guide or one of the actors. We'll have to see how that goes, how the evening progresses, right?
You never know, so you should come out anyway just to find out.
That's right, and it all goes to help TLC Pals for Paws, a no-kill animal rescue located in the Richland area, in the Richland area.
Spencer County.
All right, in Spencer County. Thank you very much. Thanks to our
Thank you.
guest. Thank you for watching WJTS. We're local people watching local people.